Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be going over, well, from all the bottles on the table, I bet you can guess it. We're going to go over the Evan Williams 250th anniversary bottling. I have two separate batches that we're going to head to head, and then I have the original Evan Williams single barrel, which, if you didn't know, there is a big difference between the two. The original single barrel is 86.6 proof, so very low, a little bit of that watery mouthfeel that I'm not a big fan of, even though this was, funny enough, my favorite bottle when I first got into whiskey. And then the new bottle, which comes out to 11.7.76, so 1776, which sticks to the 250th anniversary theme. Stick around, and yeah, let's get to tasting. Welcome to the show. My name is Austin. This is the Barrel Draw, and it is the first video that I'm going to be doing on my channel. Something that I am really looking forward to doing more of. Getting to know my community, really reaching out to the people in the whiskey world, sharing my opinion. I'm not a huge collector, I'm not a huge drinker, the bottles behind me kind of contradict that, but I drink maybe once a week. Before that, I was drinking once a month. And I really just want to share with you from the average drinker, average collector, not somebody that's going to go out there and spend thousands of dollars. So the point of this video is to kind of talk you through if this bottle is even worth getting. Obviously, I think it is. If I bought two, and then I actually have a third one in my shelf over there, I think that the flavor profile is right up my alley with that really nice peanut, caramel, vanilla, oak influence type of notes that are going on here compared to the original, which I loved when I first started. Like I said before, it was vanilla and caramel, but these just really bring out the flavors. They explode because of that proof. I think you're gonna really enjoy it. So let's pour these two barrels. I don't like to pour half a glass like some people do. I know I've noticed a lot of other YouTubers will pour half the glass, and I'm thinking to myself, are you gonna finish that alone? You just poured half the glass. How are you gonna do that? You're gonna be drunk out of your mind by the end of the night. So I like to, pour a little bit, just enough to swish around and, give me some, just enough to taste and smell, but not enough where I'm falling on the floor, climbing up the stairs to my bedroom, sleeping on the carpet, and begging to wake up in the morning. So the first one, this one right here, is barrel number 67. Now, if you have 67, or if you find 67, you'll know. And then the one over here is barrel number 222. So again, keep those in mind. If you see them, you like my review, you like what I'm tasting, feel free to grab it. And if you have this barrel, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know your notes that you picked up, your smells. I really want you guys to engage with me and let me know what you're smelling. Because every palate, every person is a little different. I've gone to a bunch of shares where I thought I was smelling a bunch of chocolate, while someone else was smelling a bunch of orange or cherry, just something completely different on the opposite side. They were picking up some rye spice, while I was picking up more bourbon-forward vanillas and caramels. So please engage, talk, let's start a discussion. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 222 bottle, and then we are gonna work our way to the 67. And at the end, which proof-wise, probably don't wanna start with the lightest, but that's what we're gonna do. At the end, we will try the original single barrel, and obviously there'll be differences, but I will let you know what those differences are. I mean, this is only like a $20 difference between the bottles. I might be wrong, might be cheaper. The only issue is you can't really find these Evan Williams 250ths. They're a little bit difficult to find compared to the original low-proof Evan Williams single barrels. So let's get in. I'm gonna start with the smell, so we'll see exactly what we're getting in this. Oh yeah. That's fantastic. Every single time I come back to this bottle, I'm surprised. It's such a huge difference compared to that original. I mean, there is an explosion of this it reminds me, and that's the beautiful thing about these smells, is they remind you of a lot of childhood memories. That's why it's so much fun to do these things. You know, comparisons, going to shares, hanging out with friends, which is what whiskey's all about. So I get a smell from like Texas Roadhouse. You know, have you ever been to a Texas Roadhouse? They let you have those peanuts, those buckets of salty peanuts, and I just get so much of that savory, salty shell more than the nut itself. Mixed in with some caramel and vanilla. There is more of an oak influence than I was expecting. Every single time I come back to this, there's something different, something new. And I really love that about this bottle. The lower it goes, which this one's a little lower than this one, so I'm expecting that one to open up a little bit more. This one's still a little newer. The lower it goes, the more that ethanol starts to go away, the oxygen starts to change it a bit, and then you get more of that, the sweetness that you were missing before. And this bottle is just, yeah, it's a winner. It's definitely a winner. I recommend it. I mean, obviously, like I said, I have 3 bottles. I'm a little biased, but if it was bad, I'd tell you. I'd tell you it was bad. It's not bad. Definitely worth getting. Oh, wow. Apples. A nice, like, kind of like a green apple. It's not sour, but it's got that nice, green apples are a little bit of like that savoriness. That's really good. Holy crap. Easily one of my favorite bottles this year. I tried the the Old Grandad 114. Everyone's been obsessed with this bottle. Really good bottle, but this is so much better. I mean, something about it. It's just sweet and spicy. It has this nice kind of vanilla and caramel kick you in the face type of thing. There's that sweet apple I was talking about. It's really, really impressive. Now, is it going to knock a Jack Daniel's 10-Year Hill out of the park? No. Is it going to compete with the new Russell's? No. Is it going to take out a Stag Pick? No. But again, those bottles are about $150 to $250 if you can find them at MSRP. You know, but then you go to the secondaries and you're looking at like $300-400 for some of those bottles. This is a affordable, what, $60 bottle, maybe even less, and it's phenomenal. So definitely search this out. Oh man, yeah, I stand by what I'm saying. You better get this. No, you better get this. You better get out there and go searching right after this video and get yourself one of these bottles. You see it online, tell your friends, tell your bourbon group, let them know. Go to a share, bring this bottle with you, share. This is a damn good bottle. All right. So now we've done barrel 222. We're gonna head on over to 6-7. Now we know single barrels, which these are a little, it's kind of like rolling the dice. You never know what you're gonna get. One person has a great bottle and they get like a, kind of like a, what do you call that? A honey bottle where it's just like fantastic. And then you buy another one thinking you're gonna expect the same thing and it doesn't really live up to the hype. It makes you look stupid. You go to the share, you're like, this is amazing. And then people go home, they find the bottle, they try it themselves, they go, this is the worst thing I've had all year. So every single barrel is a little different. That is just a really good single barrel. So let's see if this one lives up to the same. If 2 of my bottles are as good as each other, then chances are you're gonna find yourself something equally as good or maybe even a little tiny bit better. I hope for your sake better. Ooh, low tone down. It's been open for a while. Not as good as that one. I went into the taste, I just noticed that, should have smelled first, but it's fine. So a little bit less. The flavors aren't as in your face. Again, this bottle's a little lower than the other one, so a little bit more oxidized. The ethanol is not as strong. The proof, of course, is the same bottle, but there is just this like, not as much of an impact there's a sweetness that I like, but it's more of like you get that vanillas and caramels, but that apple that I was talking about before, the nuts that I was talking about before, completely gone. The things that I really liked about that bottle aren't really there. It's just very, I hate using this word, basic. It's basic. It's really disappointing. It's good, but it's not living up to that one. Now, that being said, it's still a good bottle. If you can find it at MSRP, this is still a buy. But if you find Barrel 222, that is an instant buy, and I'll back it up right that second if you can. Barrel 67, I would buy it, but I wouldn't back it up. It's good. It is really good, but it's not as phenomenal as that one. So like I was saying, single barrels, they differ. You know, that's the beauty of having two different single barrels and matching them up together, is you start to see that there are ways that it can go. They can go from amazing to, I'd gift it to a friend. In conclusion, buy it, give it a try, and if you don't like it, gift it to me. The smell is, honestly, let me see again. Yeah, a little bit less than the other one. There's still that savory smell that I was getting before. It's not peanut, but it is savory, that salty type of like granola bar type of thing going on here. A little bit of a dark chocolate. Definitely less oak influence than the other one. So I definitely would say that it is a good bottle. I would recommend it. But it really depends on the single barrel that you get. It can be extraordinary or it can just be good. And in this case, it is just that. Extraordinary, good. So I am going to pour us the Evan Williams original single barrel. As I said, it is the exact same mash bill, but lower proof. Now, I'm not expecting a lot, but I just want to kind of compare to see if it is worth that $20 difference. Before I even do, I'm gonna say yes, but we're still gonna do it just for the sake of saying we did it. Oh yeah, off the bat, that's just vanilla. It's already lost that caramel. It's lost that nice savory peanut smell that I was coming up with before. Yeah, there's not a lot there. That is toned down. I can see why this would be a better starter whiskey lover's drink. So if you're just getting into whiskey and the only thing you've had is like Wild Turkey 101 or Old Grandad 114, even would be a little bit higher, but you know, you're just starting, you just came from Evan, you know, like Jack Daniel's number 7, and you're like, I want to get into the whiskey world. What should I try? I would point you in the direction of Wild Turkey 101. I would point you in the direction Old Grandad 114. But if you can get something like this, this is a very good starter whiskey. The proof is low, 86.6, so it's not going to be crazy harsh. The smells are not going to be overwhelming. You're going to be able to pick up those nice, sweet notes. It's very welcoming. It says, you know, give me a sip. I'm not going to kick your butt, which a lot of these whiskeys do. Even 101 to some people can be a little harsh when they first start off. And 114 absolutely kicks your butt when you're first starting off. So I would definitely recommend this bottle for people that are just starting to get into whiskey. Now, let's get into the taste. That way I can help you out a little bit here. Yeah, it is just a night and day difference. Watery, the viscosity is gone. I mean, it's just like swishing water in my mouth. There is a sweet vanilla and caramel. It is good. It is good, but it is not even, it's outclassed by these bottles, especially this one. But that one still, even that one knocks it out. So if you were just getting into whiskey, buy this bottle. Go out to your local Walgreens, Walmart, Total Wine. I've actually seen this more at Walgreens than I have Total Wine or Walmart. Every place is a little different. But go to your local place, buy this bottle, give it a try and pick up some notes. Go on Google, look it up, try and find some notes for this bottle. And then once you feel like you've mastered this and you've started to go into some other ones, pick this up. It'll really show you the difference in what proofing can do. I think that these bottles are both fantastic. I think they're made for different people though. I think this is for the new drinker, somebody that's just starting to get into it and wants to upgrade themselves to something different than the Jack No. 7. And I think this is for somebody who has been drinking for quite some time, has had the Russell's 13 or the Weller Full Proof and wanted something different. I feel like a lot of us who have been in this game, who have been hunting and drinking, are used to this. I think this is something a lot of us started off with or started to really hunt for, because there was a while during COVID where you couldn't find this. This was gone. This was my first allocated find. I went up to Orlando and found this in a local shop. Way over MSRP. I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not pay $40 for this bottle. Paid like 80. And for 80 bucks, this was a disappointment. But it was something that really got me interested in the hype, really got me interested in the hunt. You know, made me fall in love with whiskey. So this bottle right here, whether it's watery or, you know, less of a sweetness, has a really solid place in my heart. This whole lineup does. So I definitely recommend it. I think for a lot of these starter whiskey people, this is the way to go, and then move yourself on up. Thank you for tuning in. I'm happy you guys could make it. Again, this is my first video. If you have any questions or ideas or just something on my shelf you want me to review, please leave it in the comments. All right, guys, you have yourself a great night, day, evening, whatever time it is, and I'll see you next time. Bye.